Welcome back to a Hope for a Cure podcast. This is episode 9, part 2, Rising Above the Storm, the James Aquapulse hearing story. Jason, what was it like for you when you heard those words? Tell us about that.
This again being a little bit more of a methodical, research-based person. Even the week before, we kind of knew that this wasn't a typical presentation. You could see it with your own eyes when you looked down his throat that, comparing what we saw with the internet, that this could be something a lot more serious. That it wasn't just a simple viral tonsillectomy, 2-week recovery. So we were kind of thinking about it. It was kind of in the back of the mind that something could be more serious. And luckily, that was election day here, so it's off from work. And so we were together when the call came in. And we kind of took a moment and kind of with each other. And then we were able to kind of talk to James about it.
Are you okay with sharing with us that conversation? How did it go?
Yeah, so it was a hard conversation. We usually typically share with James, what things could be, right? Or if family member is sick, we're usually honest with him. We usually tell him stuff. He does not like surprises and he likes to know the facts. And so I had not said that it could be cancer because as a mom, as an adult, it's our job as parents to protect them. And while he can handle most things, it just wasn't something we needed to have on his head, or I mean, in his head or in his heart, we didn't even worry about it. Like he's already recovering from surgery, and so he was curious. I think he thought it was going to be like some odd virus or like, some fluky thing that had come up. And so we were actually joking that it was an alien baby. He's like, why am I so tired? He's like, well, I'm growing an alien baby in my mouth. And so just trying to like, make jokes about what it could be. And that was our way of coping and also like not, not telling him, and so we would joke about it. And then, so when we had told him, at first it was really difficult. I think he was shocked. But then he goes, so I have it was an alien cancer or an cancer alien baby that I was growing, even more hard work. But for sure it was, again, one of those moments that just kind of like freezes time. I felt like I was having like out of body experience and like kind of watching myself react, and again trying like not show emotions, but we had just found out and we knew that there was no way we could pretend with him. Like there's no way you can act like you're okay. Like certain things you can just go about normal like day life, be parents, but in that moment we knew it wasn't something that we could not react to. And so I think I was crying, which again I've done in front of him, but not like he sees how strong I am. So I tried to keep the scary stuff, the crying and concern and just worry with Jason and with my mom, like just trying to keep that within us. But I think he at first was a little bit unsure because I was crying, and I said, you have to understand that we just found out and we didn't want to keep it from you at this point because like now you need to know. And so, and then also like on the flip side, like because we share stuff so much and he is so used to us being open and honest, I think it was also, he was taken a little bit back that I didn't say anything. I think he was a little bit confused why I didn't say anything. And later we had a conversation and he said to me, but I could have worried with you. Sorry. Like I could have worried with you and like held your heart. And so I was like, well, as a mommy though, it's my job to hold your heart. And so that I think was his first, it's always been his first reaction. This moment is up there. When my mother-in-law passed away, they were extremely close. And so we went to school to get him. And again, he could tell something was wrong right away. And so I don't know which was harder, telling him he had cancer or telling him that my mother-in-law passed away. But when I told him that, he again reacted and cried. But then his first response is, well, how's Pappy doing? Not how he's feeling. How is my father-in-law doing? So again, I think that's why he was like, not sure why I didn't tell him, because he's like, well, we could have worried together. And I'm like, you're a child. It's not really your job to worry. It's like, and so I said, I don't want you to be scared because mommy is crying. I said, it's more we just found out and now we can share and cry together. And so we've been trying to tell him that it's okay to be brave and worried, like scared all at the same time. Like in the same moment we can be scared and brave. But so I think he was just shocked. I think in the realm of possibilities that just did not cross his mind that it could be cancer. I mean, just what kid thinks of that. But I mean, he just thought it was like I said, something that was screw and had to come out, but definitely I feel like time for me at least stopped. So, and again, I've been through some like hard stuff, but telling him is up there for sure.
Sure.
I am so sorry that you guys are going through that. And I heard you say that he said, so I have an alien baby, and that made me laugh. And it makes me think that he was saying that to make his parents laugh.
Yeah. I think he was worried and knowing that we didn't know what it was. Because whereas again, like James feels like me and does think outside the box, but he does definitely also has Jason's like logical thinking. And so in his mind, he had shared with me later on, he's like, well, if it wasn't X, Y, and Z, like the norm you go through the list, again, strep throat or viral or an abscess or tonsillitis, then why? And I think when the doctors didn't have an answer for us, also made him think, well, why? Like, what is it then? And so I think he knew after surgery the kind of it was not over, but I don't think he ever thought cancer. I mean, what kid does, but also what parent does. Again, we didn't know it was a possibility until it was a possibility. So
You guys talk about how strong he is and how he doesn't complain. Does it make it harder?
it does, but in the safety of us, he's able to show his emotions. And at both oncology appointments, he cried a lot. He asked all the questions, but he again now at this point just wants to start. Like he's once he knows what has to be done, he just wants to start it and get it over with. And so it does make it harder because I'm concerned about like going through chemo and like so I've had multiple honest conversations with mom about, I'm like, it's important for you to tell me, even if it's something small, whether it's good or bad. We're happy and we're feeling good and we want to go do something and I want to take advantage of it, or we're not feeling so good today, or our leg hurts, or like whatever the symptom might be. It's important to know so that we can get ahead of it, but also so we can fix it. And so that's been the hardest part for me being a mom with his cancer is like as mom and dad, but also as mom, like it's my job to fix it and make it better. And I can't make this go away. I've been able to shield him from the other, ailments as far as like headaches and, the arthritis that he has. We've done physical therapy. We do stretches. We do meditation, yoga. We go do the right exercise. Like there's ways for me to fix it and make it better and at least take some of the pain away. I can't fix this. I can't make this go away. And so it's going to be important as we go throughout this journey that he is open and honest with at least us about how he's feeling, so we can get ahead of it and make sure that he's as comfortable as possible. I think that's my biggest concern, like I said, with not knowing. And I think that's where he struggles with is not knowing. I think once we get through like our first week of treatment this week, I think it might be a little bit as far as like easier for him because I'll know what to expect because he does not like surprises. He likes to know what to expect. Like as long as he knows what's coming up, he's fine. Plans can change. He's a very flexible child as far as like plans changing, but when it comes to medical or something like that, like he likes to know. And so I think once he knows what to expect, I think it'll be easier.
Thank you for that. Just for our audience at home, can you please share with them, is this the first time that James is going to treatment? This is fairly new, correct?
Yeah.
So
tomorrow we're going for a bone marrow biopsy and a lumbar puncture, and then they're going to insert a PICC line and also do his first spinal chemo treatment. So we're doing oral chemo, IV chemo, and spinal treatments with chemo where they insert chemo into your back. Because he's still not being cleared for leukemia yet. That's why we have to do the bone marrow biopsy and the lumbar puncture to make sure that there's not something else like leukemia going on. So as of right now, it's lymphoma. But then Tuesday, he's starting his first IV chemo, which will be all day.
I'm going to go back. I have a couple of follow-up questions because I want to pose that same question to you, Jason. What was it like just trying to explain it? And what we found is that parents, society just makes us feel like we're supposed to kiss their boo-boos and make it better. And that creates such a burden for us. Because just like you said, Samantha, you can't make this better. How did you feel?
I think very similar that this, like, it was supposed to be something we can fix and get it done. And, so much with the doctors, it's like, okay, here's your pill, would be done. Take your pill in 10 weeks. But this is 10 days and you're feeling better in one. That this is not something that's going to be like that. This is something that it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a struggle for the next, weeks. And we still don't know exactly how long. And with the upcoming, the two tests tomorrow, that hopefully this will be done, kind of down the weeks. It's going to be July and we will be done if everything's perfect. But we still have that worry is what happens next.
Because this is the early stages of his treatment, you guys have things fresh in your head. And you touched on the early detection being your best defense. Is there anything else, just in hindsight, looking back on the whole from the beginning to now, that you would suggest or just give advice to parents who may receive this diagnosis in the future? Do you have any advice or suggestions for them?
Yeah. So as far as like the medical side, just like um seek out the best care, be with people that you're comfortable with. We've had amazing doctors, but the support at home, but also at the at the hospital or at the facility that you're going to go to is just as equally important. I would definitely say no matter how old the child is, as long as they can speak for themselves, like just as long as like having their questions answered. And for James being 11, having the doctors like address him, but just making sure they're feeling like a part of the journey. I mean, there's no advice to give to prepare yourself to tell your child that they have cancer or any serious, disease. Um, you know, take as many resources as you can get, take all the information in. I think for us, it's going to be about the support system. So, and if your child obviously tells you that something is wrong, just listen to them and advocate for them. You are their best advocate. They can advocate for themselves, but we are their advocates. We have to speak up for them. And so for us though, as far as like a support system, we don't like to ask for help. We're very independent people. We just don't like asking for help. It makes us very uncomfortable. We're usually ones giving support. We help when we can. I'm always like the one that's like going above and beyond and helping everyone else. And so I think you have to accept the help, no matter what that looks like, whether it's, we've been blessed with family, friends, and an amazing homeschool community that has set up a meal train and started a fund and did research. Someone's coming over later, a friend is coming over today to cook dinner for us, offering as because we just moved, like, can we unpack, so just having to get outside of your comfort zone and just asking for help, whatever it is that you need to take the help because it's going to take a village. We can't get through this alone. Prioritizing how you and your partner are feeling. Like we talk extensively. We are united front, but how is he feeling? How am I feeling? How's James feeling? But take time for yourself. And I was telling Jason, like, he's got to find a hobby or something that's like for himself, right? Like, I go to like lunch with my girlfriends or something, but like just something that's separate. Like we're going to prioritize like date night, and, having James spend time with us one-on-one, have James spending time with my mom, so just, finding joy in the little moments as well. And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay because I might be crying on your closet floor at 2 a.m. like I was to, being so optimistic and we got this. So that's going to happen. It's going to be a roller coaster. Again, nothing can really prepare you, but just, take care of yourself, listen to how you and your child are feeling. take the support from your family, because again, I know we're not going to make it through this alone. As strong as we can be, James is going to need the support. We're going to need the support. And so I think just, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
That's fantastic advice.
It absolutely is. Now, how are you guys preparing him? Are you taking steps to prepare James for what he's getting ready to have to deal with?
I think just being honest with him and telling him, it's not going to be all roses and puppies and rainbows and sprinkles, that it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. It's going to suck a little bit, and, make him understand what the process is going to be. And from the details of what it's going to be, they're going to do this, they're going to do this. And for the most part, as long as it doesn't involve needles, we did the PET scan, and when he realized that the IV was only going to be in there for like 2 minutes, that relieved him so much. That was like the biggest thing. He was so nervous about the PET scan.
Because he doesn't like IVs. He could do shots and blood work all day long.
He thought he was gonna, the IV was gonna be a lot longer of a process. As soon as that was done, it was like, okay, I can do this. I got it. And then when it was done, oh, this isn't bad at all. It was trying to be honest with them and understand that, yes, this is not going to be a comfortable process, and the doctor's going to tell you to do something you're not going to want to, but you have to.
I think we've also tried to keep it as normal as possible. So, just like our day-to-day routine has not changed, other than days we have to be at the hospital. We have a 7-year-old hound dog, so we take a nightly walk with her. So I said that's going to be like our thing, sitting outside and just going for a walk, whether it's all of us as a family, Jason and James, or myself and James and the dog. So so just like keeping it normal. So we've kept like our day-to-day as normal as possible, obviously with a caveat that whenever he's not feeling good or he's going to need to sleep after streaming, because we just don't know what that looks like. But also just uplifting his spirits. Friends and family have sent him cards and gifts and just come by to visit, just connecting, even like on a video call with a friend or something. So he's taken advantage of the iPad time and Roblox time, because we've been a little more lenient with that, but we've watched a lot. We love movies. We have a couple of fun events where in 2 weeks, we're going to a farm to cuddle with a bunch of mini Highland cows. He's going to MGK, in June. So just trying as much as possible to hopefully him be able to do those things. And swimming is going to be a hard one because he can't swim with a pick line and he does swim team, but I'm like, we can still go over and like cheer on the team. So just like making sure he's still feeling included, and also just telling him it's like to talk about his feelings, whether it's with us, Mima or a friend. We will be also, there's resources with Life with Cancer for him to speak to someone. They have like an art therapist as well. And so just telling him it doesn't matter who you're talking to, but we should talk to someone, and just like it's okay to be honest. If you don't want to tell us how you're feeling all the time, it's okay, but just share it with someone. Just let's keep talking about it. And we've been doing check-ins. You're like, how are you honestly feeling? And it's okay if you're not okay. And again, just preparing him, we're taking it step by step, day by day. So we've talked about what's going to happen tomorrow, and then tomorrow we'll have to worry about what's going to happen the next day. So we're just taking it day by day, appointment by appointment. And so like to not like worry about what's going to happen next, because like Jason was saying, while July's our goal, there could be things that change to push that. So just setting the expectation, like we're going to have good days, we're going to have bad days, and it's not all going to be fun, but we're here to support you. And if anyone can get through it, he can. And so I think that's why when I said I couldn't fix it for him, I don't think I have to fix it. I just think I have to be there. I think he's gonna do this on his own, like willfully, right? And I think through prayer and just his support system and the strength that he has, as long as he feels supported, that I think he can get through. So all the prayers and love, that people are sending has really uplifted his spirits. So I would just ask people to keep doing that, because if he feels like he has a support system, he knows he can get through anything.
And he has amazing spirit. So thank you guys for that. I have 2 things that I want to ask you. The first thing is just sometimes we know things that our audience doesn't. Can you please share what a PIC line is?
Yes, so a PICC line is a permanent access point. It's an IV that will be in James's arm throughout treatment. Typically, they do not sedate children to put a PICC line in. He's just already going to be sedated tomorrow for the other testing, so they're just going to put it in since he doesn't like IVs. But it's a permanent access point in your arm, but there's no needle in it. It's just a little plastic piece that will stay in there. So whenever they're doing treatment or doing blood work or needing to give him medicine through the IV, it is already there instead of them having to stick him with a needle every single time we go to the doctors.
Thank you for clearing that up. And you guys both mentioned support.
Mm-hmm.
Jason and I have been just discussing this offset. And because superhero kid Aquapulse is the very first superhero kid that joined the show, what better time to reveal this than now? And we would love for anyone watching that would like to send you guys wishes, prayers, whatever they would like to send. We would love to set up a email for you on the Hope for a Cure podcast. We'll put it in. Actually, this will be shown right now as we're speaking. Any of our audience that would like to send Superhero Kid Aquapulse, his parents Samantha and Jason, any well wishes of encouragement, you can email it to this address. We will make sure that we sort out the emails and make sure that they're good, and then we will forward them to you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Like I said, it's going to be what helps him get through it.
Absolutely. Even if it's you got this Superhero Kid Aquapulse.
That will uplift him. Everyone will be sure. Every last one that gets vetted through will be shared with him.
And leave it in the comments as well. If you can't send an email, leave it in the comments as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Send a comment. Let them know that they're not alone, because that makes a difference. It makes a difference when you know the people that have never met you.
Yes.
Love your son. And want the best and want him to make it out of this as well as possible. So you guys know I'm a grandmom, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I heard you have a special guest there with you.
Yes, we do.
Can you please bring Mima in? We need to speak with her. Hey, Mima.
Hey, Mima.
How are you?
Okay.
You know, this was a surprise. Like, we have all kinds of surprises today.
That sounds good. That was wonderful.
So, you know, your daughter and son-in-law, they were talking about their support system.
Okay.
And I know that the support system is huge.
Oh, big time. You have to have that.
But you're their support system.
Well, thank you. They're mine.
And that is why we would like to speak with you. So yes. Jason and I are just going to ask you a few questions, because this was a huge surprise to us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
So how did you feel? And can you tell us about how they broke this news to you?
I knew it already.
Wow.
I knew that.
How did you know?
I just knew it.
Intuition?
James, intuition. But me and James plays a lot. Mm-hmm. We will get on Facebook. We'll start a story. He'll come up with a story, and then we'll set this character up, and then we'll just go with the flow. We could play for 4 or 5 hours a day. Wow. And he kept telling me about his throat. So when I looked in his throat, I seen how it was black and purple, and I just knew that. You know, I just knew that. And then Sam called and told me. I knew.
Did you express it to him or to the family?
No, yes, but Sam, yeah. We're a very close family. Believe me, we fight and scream and we love each other, but we're a good support system.
And what did that look like when they called you? Could you tell us about how they broke the news to you?
Sam broke it to me. She called and said it's cancer. And I said, yeah, I knew. And then I told her to get off the phone and cry. Because I didn't cry in front of her. I'm ex-military, so I'm very strong. And I've been in the war and back. I lost my whole squad during the Gulf War.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
So I have that strength, and I put that in Samantha, and I have that into James. You know what I mean?
So how are you? Are you moving in with them, or are you just?
No, I'm moving in. Yeah, that's been planned all along. This was just a bump in the road. I'm in the middle of getting a divorce, so I'm selling my house. I'm moving in with them.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for giving them the support that they need.
Absolutely.
Well, they're my kids.
Absolutely. I understand that, but I'm going to tell you this from one grandmother to another grandmother. You make sure you take time for yourself.
Oh, I do. I will.
And you do whatever you have to do to help you get through it.
Yes,
because they need you to be okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're going to bring the whole family back. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Can everybody there? Here we are.
There he is, Aquapulse.
Aquapulse. Boy.
Now the hair color. Now let me ask you. The hair color. What made you decide that color?
I don't know. I just decided to do it. I've done a lot of different colors. I've done green, blue, purple, gray. I've done silver. What else have I done? Red.
Have you? What about Carter's hair? Have you? Oh, you have. I bet, haven't you? Have you dyed his hair?
No.
Oh yeah.
He's very fussy about his hair.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So you had to leave his hair alone. In other words,
he has washed him with apple juice before. We were coming back from Disney World when he was 3, and he's like, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm giving Carter a bath." We're like, "Oh, that's so cute," and he's like, "With apple juice." And I did not have a backup Carter at that point. I learned very. I had to buy them on eBay. So if you're a new mom, buy duplicates of their favorites because.
And then rotate them because
he
knows the one that's fluffy versus the one that's been.
Yeah, we have a very fluffy new one, and he doesn't like it. He wants the old loved one. So,
you know, the energy that you guys have is amazing. I love the energy.
It's very infectious.
Thank you.
We are so grateful for you guys coming on, for you guys sharing your story, your advice, the love that you have for one another. That's what's going to get you through this. Superhero Kid Aquapulse. You have our emails. If you need anything, you make sure if mom and dad don't reach out to us, you reach out to us. And we will do everything that we can to either get you what you need or provide the resources. And that goes for all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Aquapulse, you got this, buddy. You got this. I got, you got Carter by your side, and we're all here with you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing space with us today, and we hope you all have a wonderful day. And please, please, please keep in touch.
Yeah, please keep in touch. Come back on the show.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing the story. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hey, before I let you guys go, is there anything that you guys want to say? Anything that you want to share with the audience? James.
I would like to say something.
Sure, go ahead, bud.
To anyone that's going through this, make sure you are supported. You are supported. You have people that love you. You have people that are going to help you. You just have to let them help you.
Wow.
You're not alone.
yes.
You're not alone.
We're unfortunately part of this new club together. I mean, say it's a club I'd like to unsubscribe to, but you're not alone.
And there's so many people.
Yes.
There's so many kind people out there.
You guys are a breath of fresh air. I will tell you that.
You are a breath of fresh air.
And Aquapulse, you have a great family. You have a great family, man. And you guys got this. So we are always here for you. Please come back on the show. And, thank you again for sharing this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are welcome. And if you could just send us his progress and we can just make announcements periodically. But we absolutely would welcome you guys to come back. It's been wonderful.
To come back. Share a story more.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, thanks for your advice, Aquapulse, and thanks, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful, wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
guys. That was so cute.
Hey,
That was so cute.
that was amazing.
I was in awe of that kid. I'm like looking at him. I was like,
oh, are you really 11?
yeah, you really 11?
The whole
Wow.
family, the energy that they have. It's hard to smile when you're going through that. It's hard to be that person when you're fighting this storm.
And you can see the way he is. He takes it in. He holds it in. He doesn't want to complain. I see that in him. I'm like, dude.
I see that.
But he's an amazing kid, and I'm proud of him. And I hope that they stay in touch through their journey.
I hope they too, and I hope they do too. And I know the audience, our fans, would love to receive updates.
This is a special one.
It's special.
And this is an opportunity for us to stand behind someone from the very beginning.
From the very beginning. And when she talked about people making dinners, sometimes it's just you're cooking dinner, make extra and take it to them. Have someone, and we talk over and over again, have someone designated to be the person that give everyone updates. All of this stuff is how you help them fight. You help these families fight by being supportive to them and giving them the support that they need. And we hear this over and over and over again at every show. It's the support system. And everyone doesn't have that. So if you know someone in your community whose child is diagnosed with this horrible disease, ask them the support that they need. And sometimes they don't know, guys. So sometimes you can offer, hey, is it okay if I make extra dinner and bring it over to you? Is it okay if my family orders out, if I could send you a pizza? Find out what their favorite foods are. Do you need me to come and sit with your superhero just to give you a break?
And can I say something on that too? Is support doesn't end after the first wave.
It doesn't end.
And I think that's something that I want to stress to everybody. Maybe the first wave is gonna come, but then there's gonna be a second one. It's gonna be a third one. They're gonna need you throughout this entire process.
And for those superheroes who lose their battles, that battle does not end for that family once they say their goodbyes. That battle has just begun. They're going to need you more than ever. Just to call them, just to check up on them, just to see how they're doing. Ask them about the baby that they lost. Because saying their names is also therapeutic. And if they want to cry, don't feel bad. Let them cry. Tears are healing. Tears make you stronger. Tears release so much stress, frustration, anxiety, all of that. Let them. Well, Jason, that was really a great show.
That was absolutely was. I'm happy we got to show his beginning of his journey.
This is the first one where they haven't even begun treatment yet. Treatment starts next week. Coming week.
Yeah, a couple days.
So, yeah, we have to have them back on. Sometimes I don't want the show to end.
I know.
I enjoyed their company. I felt like we were a beacon of hope for them.
Their energy
was amazing.
And their love. You can see their love in that family.
Yes. And also the fact that we allowed people through the email to just reach out to them. You see how excited they were about that?
Yeah, I hope people realize how important that is.
It is so important. It is so important to just know that people care about you right now. It allows you to feel like you're not alone. Like people that don't know me, they're sending us encouraging words, prayers, wellness, whatever. And the reason that we wanted it to come to a Hope for a Cure podcast is because we want to make sure that we protect these families. So I'm Latanya Morrison, and I hope you guys had a good day today. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our podcast. It helps us. It helps us get the word out.
And I'm Jason Collins, and I say it all the time, and I think it's really important that everyone understands that we really can all do more than hope for a cure.
Absolutely.
And as always, we're going to give the superhero the last word.
Later, Gators.